We are making çiğ köfte, raw bulgur balls.
I'm sharing a delicious and much easier way to make one of Turkey's most beloved street food, çiğ köfte, using a food processor. I'll also show you how to make a simple whole wheat lavash flatbread to go with it, and we'll put together a full serving platter with lettuce, ayran, and all the classic touches. It's a fun and satisfying dish that's perfect for sharing. Let's get started. Originally from the southeastern region of Turkey, çiğ köfte has raw meat and kneaded for a long time with spices and bulgur. But we are going to make an easier version using food processor. I'm gonna begin by processing one medium-sized onion finely in my food processor. We will not going to use the juice of the onion because it makes it bitter and also gives a darker color to the çiğ köfte. We don't want that. So squeeze as much as you can and then set it aside. I'm using 2 tomatoes. These are from the freezer. It wasn't the season when I make it. It is still kind of slushy. So when I processed them, they turned into a slushy rather than tomato puree. You can use canned tomato puree, or when it's the season, use fresh 2 medium-sized tomatoes. Adding 1 tablespoon pepper paste and 1 tablespoon tomato paste. And 3 cloves of garlic. I still wanted to crush them since they are small, and puree everything. I'm using tin bulgur wheat that is in darker color. We also have one that is more yellow and light color. You can use both of them, but don't use a coarse one. This is 2 cups. Add right in. Added a half cup of olive oil first, and then add 1 cup hot water over the bulgur wheat. For the spices, I'm using isot pepper. This is smoky flavored pepper we have in Turkey. Added 2 teaspoons, 1.5 teaspoon chili flakes, pul biber, 1 heaped teaspoon cumin, close to teaspoon black pepper, half a teaspoon each allspice and cinnamon, a little bit of coriander, about 1/4 of a teaspoon, and ginger, and process everything again. I'm gonna write down the ingredients, so make sure to check them from the description box. In the first processing, they won't come together as we want. Instead of processing more, we will let the time work for us. So let it sit. You can just clean your countertop, take all the spices back. Here I realized that I didn't put the sumac. Added about 2 teaspoons, gives a beautiful sour taste, and processed again. And this is the trick, my friends. Now check the consistency. After waiting for another 30-45 minutes, the bulgur will continue to soak the spices, all the beautiful sauce we put in. And this way the consistency will get more creamier and playable and enjoyable without kneading too much. So I processed every about 30-45 minutes for 2-3 times more. Here I'm adding pomegranate molasses. It was kind of too dark, so I had to wait. About 1-2 tablespoons you can add. And juice of half of lemon. Process, and I waited 1 more time. Here it gets darker, and check the consistency now. See how beautifully it became a paste. Just the perfect consistency. At this point you can taste and then adjust the saltiness and the spiciness if you want. I added a little bit more olive oil too. And our çiğ köfte is ready to enjoy. But I put it into the fridge, and the next day I begin to make my lavash bread to serve with. Into the mixing bowl, add 1 cup lukewarm water, 3 tablespoons yogurt, and 3 tablespoons olive oil. The yogurt and olive oil will make the lavash breads extra soft. Here, my friends, I by mistake added first rye flour, so I took half of it back and added whole wheat flour, but it came out really soft and flavorful, so you can add if you like. And added 3 cups of all-purpose flour. Add less and then continue to add more if needed. Also added teaspoon of dry yeast and 1.5 teaspoons of salt, and knead the mixture until it becomes a soft playable dough. Turn it into a bowl and let it sit for half an hour at least to easy rolling. You don't have to wait for the dough to rise, but it is better to let it rest for easy working. I cut the dough into 12 pieces and then shape them into balls. You can make them smaller or make 10 to make bigger lavash breads, and make sure to adjust how big it's gonna be depending on your pan size you're gonna cook them. Use a damp cloth for the others when you are keeping, and begin to roll out the dough. My non-stick pan is heating. It is kind of a griddle but special for making gözleme, so it is white. I use it when I make lahmacun. I have the recipe on the channel if you are interested. I also use this pan when I make a traditional gözleme from my hometown Kastamonu. It is very easy to roll out, my friends. Just don't worry. Let the dough rest a little bit, and then either work with a classic rolling pin. I also wanted to try my new metal rolling pin that I bought. And roll into about 1 millimeter thickness. Don't make it thinner than that, otherwise it can get dry very quickly. Get the excess flour out if there is any, and place it to your pan that is already reheated. And meanwhile you can continue to work with the second dough while it is cooking. Usually it takes around 1 minute to cook both and to roll out. When you begin to see the bubbles, flip the lavash bread and continue to cook. The heat is on medium high. We don't want it to be too low, otherwise it can get dry again. So these are like important small hints to make a soft, beautiful lavash in no time. And flip every 10-15 seconds until you see some nice brown spots and it is fully cooked. Make sure to dampen both sides with water and cover with clean dampened kitchen towel. Continue to cook the other lavash breads and meanwhile rolling them out until you finished. There is really no comparison when it comes to homemade lavash, especially with a bit of whole wheat flour in the dough. It adds a richer flavor and makes the bread softer and more satisfying than store-bought versions. Now it's time to shape our çiğ köfte. I'm using food-safe plastic glove, which makes the shaping process not only easier, but also gives them a nice shiny finish. Let's get them ready for serving. I love serving çiğ köfte with crisp lettuce leaves, fresh parsley, sliced tomatoes, and a generous squeeze of lemon juice. And of course, don't forget a glass of cold ayran, the classic yogurt drink that pairs perfectly. It's a refreshing, healthy, and full plant-based dish, perfect as a snack, an appetizer, or even a full meal, just like we often enjoy it here in Turkey. If you have leftovers, they freeze really well. I've shaped and frozen them in portions before, and they keep their texture and flavor beautifully. You can freeze the lavash breads too. Just rub them well and take out what you need when you are ready. Use for your favorite wrapping, dürüm, or eat as is as a bread.
This is perfect. A little bit hot, spicy, beautiful with the lettuce, tomatoes, lemon. Also the lavash bread. These are beautiful and smell so delicious, just freshly baked. I really loved making this using food processor to give some time to the bulgur to swell. It is also possible to freeze. Here is the frozen one, and I took one out, tested, so you can portion them like this, freeze the lavash breads, have it ready whenever you want.
Make sure to check out my freezer-friendly Turkish food series for more delicious recipes that are easy to prep ahead and enjoy anytime.
I hope you give my recipe a try. Don't forget to give your thumbs up, share your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Afiyet olsun.